Hi everybody, welcome back to Cosmic Hearts Healing. I came on today to talk about the energy of leaving the unhealthy matrix and the energy of enlightenment and what that means to me. The energy of the unhealthy matrix is any energy that's actually holding back your life in any way. For me, I talk a lot about the core wounds, chakras, meridians, but it could be anything. It could be churches, it could be religions, the dogma of that reality. There's also good in those realities as well. But any of the negative aspects would be things that we need to enlighten ourselves on. It could be the fact that the other day I walked into Walgreens, and as I'm waiting to pick up a prescription for my older brother, I noticed that the itch creams on the shelf at Walgreens are like ones that may work for some of you. Caladril, Benadryl, I'm sure all these are like wonderful creams for some, but I use this one all natural itch cream for kids. It works the best. It is the best itch cream in my opinion for my skin type, and it's not even on the shelves. I have skin psoriasis, and I've dealt with this since my 20s, and all of the creams on the shelf don't work for me. A Chinese herb that works for me is not to be seen. So if other people were to try this itch cream and try this Chinese herb, maybe it would work for them. Maybe it would enlighten everybody in the USA that there's other natural options for us when it comes to these things, rather than putting on itch cream and it still be like, oh my God, it still itches. Like, that's annoying as frick. But anyway, any way that you can look at dark energy. I talk about the deadly sins. I talk about core wounds, attachment styles. All these things are just ways to look at myself. I could have a conversation with someone and I could leave and be like, wow, I was really holding myself back. I wasn't wanting to share my true self. And even having a conversation can lead me to reading books about healthy conflict skills, trying to enlighten myself, gaining wisdom, knowledge about myself and my world. So with the core wounds and attachment styles, I think it's very important to study how they are formed, because if we want to be a generational curse breaker, is what a lot of us say, if we want to heal those wounds, we only don't want to heal what it causes in our subconscious and the projections. We want to heal the energy that triggers us. So this is when we can use that mirror effect of when someone does something to me. It could be because the energy that they're slipping into is falling into one of those categories of how a core wound is formed. It could be an unhealthy energy that they need to address within themselves to stop spreading this core wound, to stop spreading this attachment style. And I don't only learn about this so I don't pass it to my children. I learn about it because I don't want to pass it to anybody. I want to give the most love and light to the world that I can, because it's a hard enough world that people don't need anybody else dragging them down. So I learn about how a wound is formed, and each time I break a habit, a learned behavior, something that was passed down either through learned behavior or family dynamics or however, and I don't like to place blame on anyone. I see like healers sometimes, and if that's just where they are, they have not come from a place of compassion and forgiveness, and I'm all about keeping healthy boundaries for self, and you shouldn't stay in a daily energy that's always pulling you down and always dragging you down. But I also don't think that I should be sitting on here like, do you know what happened to me, and do you know, and F them, and I have my own opinion on that. That's just not who I feel like I want to be as a enlightened being. What it means to me to be enlightened is to take my darkness, to look at that dark stuff and make it lighter, to leave the unhealthy matrix, look at that dark stuff, make it lighter. And then with the core wounds and attachment styles and other types of energies, or if I have that conversation and I leave and I realize, wow, my communication skills were not up to par, I could go home and I could research that. I could learn about the core wounds and how they project. So once I'm triggered, what does that cause me to do? Or if I have that wound, what has that created in me, in my subconscious energy? So that to me is finding the balance of healthy yin and yang. I cannot have a healthy yang energy when I am spreading core wounds or I'm spreading unhealthy attachment styles, and I cannot have a healthy yin energy when my subconscious is naturally drawn to things, or my intuitive senses are being projected from those wounds. Because your intuitive gifts get stronger the more you heal, because they are coming from a place of enlightenment and not from a place of wounding. And also as we're healing, I know my abandonment wound and my attachment styles literally took me about 9.5 years to really come to a secure place of, I'm not doing that anymore. Not who I am. I'm not showing up like that. There's no way. That's not who I am anymore. It was always being guided as to, this is still a part of you. We need to work and heal. We need to peel these layers, have compassion for yourself. And of course I have compassions for others. But when I was acting from those places of being fearful, avoidant, or my core wounds of toxic shame or even lack. So it's just having compassion that it takes a long time to peel these layers. And I actively worked on researching and healing and Reiki and meditation, sometimes anywhere from, I would say, at least an hour a day in the beginning, sometimes even 6 hours a day. Like, it is the time that I have put into healing these wounds are insane. A lot. So for someone who is putting in half the energy, it might take them twice as long. For someone who's putting in 1/4 of the energy, it might take them even longer. So trying to have compassion with boundaries, I would highly suggest anybody willing to try to remove themselves from the unhealthy matrix. Give them time, give them space, give them love, give them compassion and understanding, as long as they're actively working on healing that. And give yourself that acknowledgement as well. And if you are doing the work, like, good job. And the lighter you get, the more the smile on your face just stays like permanently on your face, because you are just making your energy lighter. So if I look at the lower aspects of chakras and I heal that and I move into a lighter state of being, that's making my energy lighter. If I work on those core wounds and I'm peeling off how they are shown to the world and the subconscious energies that they form, I'm making myself a lighter being. So the more enlightened you become, the more lighter you become, the more peace you receive, and the more love that you can give to the world. So I hope this helps you in some way, and have a great day.